TV, couples and Christmas trees, gift wrapping and cheer. Just the worst time to be without someone special. In all the movies there, kissing in the snow, holding hands and mittens, baking together at home. Not like the movies when I'm walking in the snow, cold hands and mittens, eating gingerbread home alone. I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights, snowflakes in my head, carols playing in the air. I dream of December nights, kissing under bright lights, red bow in my hair, sleigh bells in the air. The only thing I'm missing is you. Stockings on fireplace, but in my living room, a single one with my name, knit sweaters and lace, dressed up alone on the couch during cold winter days.
I am super very mega tired. We just get home from Cebu for a trip with Nemo. It was super tiring. We went to different places there, which I will share in this vlog in the next few weeks. But it was super worth it because Nemo very much enjoyed the trip, and I haven't got the time to edit it yet. Although puno na yung memory ko, but we will be going out today to get some stuff for the Christmas parties that I will be attending this month. And I am also looking forward to at least visit some bookstores, find some interesting reads for December. I am looking for a Christmassy vibe, but kind of like a murder mystery type of Christmas reads, if you get what I mean. So those are my kinds of reads, at least for now. I'm a mood reader, but those thrillers, mysteries, horror books I find very much interesting, more interesting than the usual Christmas romance books, if I may say. But I'm keeping my options open, so there are a couple of books that I am currently reading now. I have When Breath Becomes Air by Kalanithi. I have started it in Cebu during our trip, but I haven't finished it yet. I think in the first chapter pa lang. Page 33 if I'm not mistaken. My book is downstairs, but that's the one that I am currently reading. I also have Sea of Tranquility on my Libby account, audiobook. I am very much trying super hard to at least get some time with audiobooks kasi sabi nila you can read more with audiobooks, but apparently it's not my thing. I don't really understand what's happening in the book when I'm just listening to it. Mamadali akong mag-intro today because I'm super tired. I need to go out. It's a Monday. I am on leave, so I can have time to, get some dresses and clothes, costumes for the parties that I will be attending this month. Gusto ko nang matulog. I'm so sorry if pumipikat ako kasi I really just want to rest. But I don't have much time anymore after this leave kasi I still have some work to do. Plus, I am also part of the Christmas party NASCON committee for our company. So, medyo magiging busy outside the usual work stuff that I do. So, yeah, that's that. I just want to say hi. Welcome to the vlog. My name is May nga pala if you're not yet familiar. I'm sorry if this intro is too dark. I just got home and hindi pa naayos itong bedroom, hindi pa naayos yung damit ko, yung gamit ko, hindi pa ako nag-unpack ulit. Help me find the best reads, or read at least for December.
Alone it's Christmas, but I won't wait till next year to try and fill the distance we've had with decorations in my bag. It's taking taking it slow, won't work on time. Song is so long for Christmas lights. It can't be a song you sing sometimes. I need you to sing it for your whole life. So let me be your family this Christmas. Let this be the season that you've been waiting for.
I am not having the best time looking for books, Christmassy books to read this month, simply because I don't have time or enough time to scan through nearby bookstores and pick books that give me vibes of, Christmas vibes and all. So I thought I would just scan through my Kindle and see if I still have the books here that I picked from last year na I did not read or I did not finish. And yeah, so we will be scanning this later, but first I would also like to share the books that I picked from my mini shelf that I would also like to read this month. The first book I am already currently reading, and I am super glad. And I am glad that I picked this up and I bought myself a copy. When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. This is a non-fiction book. This is a kind of a memoir of a neurosurgeon who was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. I am already at page 42 and so far it's hooking me. We follow, of course, Dr. Paul Kalanithi, who is looking for the real meaning of life and how brain works, how mind works, and how they relate to each other. I think it's common, especially in Asian countries, kind of common to families that they have the same profession or related profession over different generations. So this one naman, his family and relatives are doctors. So he was like, okay, I'll be a doctor. And he chose to specialize in neurosurgery. And along his journey to medicine, he realized his love or his interest and love with literary and English. So he studied them. It is just one example of those people who has two dreams or more than one dream that you have the feeling to really go after, not just because people are telling you you should be this, you should be that. It's also important to follow your passion and what you really want to do in life. The second book I've been meaning to pick up for so long already because I loved the other book. This is the first book, by the way, published by this author, but I read first the second book that she published. Now I'm reading the first one, the debut book of Erin Morgenstern, The Night Circus. Super pretty. Maybe because it's black and red, two of my favorite colors and feelings. Now, hopefully, since I have a I have a 2-week vacation this December because of the collective leave. Yeah, I hope to finish more books this month. And I don't usually read synopsis or the descriptions of the book, but what I know about this one is there is a night circus that appears like randomly, and this circus is kind of like a competition venue of some magicians. Or am I talking about another book? The circus arrives without warning. No announcements preceded. It is simply there when yesterday it was not. Within the black and white striped canvas tent is an utterly unique experience full of breathtaking amazements. But behind the scenes, a fierce competition is underway, a duel between two young magicians, Celia and Marco, who have been trained since childhood expressly for this purpose by their mercurial instructors. I remember the book that is kind of similar to this one. This also reminds me of when dreams, I don't know, that book that was written by a half Filipino author. The next book that I would want to read or reread this month is Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. Do I even have to explain? I was supposed to reread the whole series January or earlier this year because of the big anniversary celebration, but I was not able to. I don't know why. Because this came late. The next book that I will be reading is something that is already super famous. Many readers love it. And I actually have started reading this already, but it's just a big book that I can't carry around. It's not very much portable. So I stopped reading it until I don't remember why. That's the Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This is such a cute edition. Anyways, I saw Emma enjoyed her reread of Game of Thrones, so that reminded me that I have also Game of Thrones that I have to finish. I am already at page 84 and I have a lot of tabs, but I don't remember why. Maybe these are quotes, but I have annotations as well and post-its, but I don't have highlights. Maybe I started reading this when I was still scared of highlighting and annotating and writing on my books, but now I'm brave enough. I have the 7-volume box set of A Song of Ice and Fire, so I'll be keeping this naman so I can annotate. Aside from that, I will be also scanning through my Kindle, and since I have quite a big virtual library in Kindle, I won't be filming myself picking the books, so I'll just see you whenever. Hello! Now that I have scanned through my Kindle, I have selected 7 books. 2 of them are advanced copies, ARCs, from NetGalley. Thank you so much, NetGalley, for approving my requests. And since these books in my Kindle are these books that I have picked up from my Kindle library are quite new to me, I have researched a little in Goodreads. What are they about? Kind of a código, if I may say. The first book from NetGalley is Death and Croissants. This is one of the books that I have started. I think Q3 na ata, even Q2. Hindi ko matandaan. But this was already published. However, it will be republished by another publisher in 2023. This is a mystery, fiction, crime, cozy mystery. We follow Richard, a middle-aged Englishman who runs a B&B in a fictional Val de Follet and the Loire Valley. And then one day, one of his older guests disappears, leaving behind a bloody handprint on the wallpaper. Another guest, the exotic Valerie, persuades a reluctant Richard to join her in investigating the disappearance. Richard remains a dazed passenger in the case until things become really serious and someone murders Ava Gardner, one of his beloved hens. And you don't mess with a fellow's hens. Another book from NetGalley is Black Foam by Haji Jabir. This will be released February 2023, which is a general fiction, adult fiction. And we follow the wood. Follow the wood kasi yung nasasabi ko, who is on the run from his murky past, aiming to discover where he belongs. He tries to assimilate into different groups along his journey through North Africa and Israel, changing his clothes, his religious affiliations, and even his name to fit in. Hindi ko nasara yung electric pan. It seems prejudice is everywhere, holding him back when all he really wants is to create a simple life he can call his own. The next book is another title that I saw from Emma, and she loved it so much. She also is recommending this book for winter Christmassy read this month, The Enchanted Sonata by Heather Dixon Warwick. This is a fantasy retelling of The Nutcracker. But Clara Stalbaum, who has her future perfectly planned to marry a handsome pianist, Johann Kaller, and settle down to a life full of music. But all that changes on Christmas Eve when Clara receives a mysterious and magical nutcracker. Of course, since I haven't read yet The Nutcracker, I will be reading The Nutcracker by E.T.A. Hoffmann. One of the classics that I am excited about. Written in 1816 by German romantic E.T.A. Hoffmann for his children, nephews, and nieces, The Nutcracker captures better than any other story a child's wonder at Christmas. Another book that I am excited to read is Blackmail and Bibingka by Mia Manansala. This is the third book from Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery series by Mia Manansala. The story is set in Christmas time in Shady Palms, but things are far from jolly for Lila Macapagal. Sure, her business, the Bruja Cafe, is looking to turn a profit in its first year. And yes, she's taken the first step in a new romance with her good friend Jay Park. But her cousin Ronnie is back in town after ghosting the family 15 years ago, claiming that his recent purchase of a local winery shows that he is back on his feet and ready to give back to the Shady Palms community. Tita Rosie is thrilled with the return of her prodigal son, but Lila knows that wherever Ronnie goes, trouble follows. The next book is Christmas is Murder by Val McDermid. This one I saw from one of the recommendations from Book Riot, I think. And this is a short story collection of chilling tales. From an irresponsible baron whose body is discovered beneath a silver birch tree to an author who is haunted by the spiteful presence of a jealous writing partner. We follow Tony Hill and Carol Jordan as they track a deadly killer who is preparing to strike on Christmas Day. This is apparently the fifth 5.5 book of Tony Hill and Carol Jordan. So let's see if we would like to read the whole series. The last book that I will be reading this month is The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell. This is a historical fiction. I miss historical fiction. This is set in Florence in the 1950s, and we follow Lucretia, the third daughter of the Grand Duke, who is comfortable with her obscure place in the Palazzo. Lucretia is thrust unwittingly into the limelight. The Duke is quite inwarded. Hindi ko maintindihan. Anyways, those are the books that I am looking forward to finish this month. But I will start with When Breath Becomes Air. Hopefully, I will finish this weekend. Kasi next week, we will have our NASCON in Pampanga. I will stay there for 4 days. But may time ba ako magbasa? Hindi ko alam. Because I'm part of the committee and ba't ba kasi ako naging part ng committee? Anyway, bye. Thank you for watching. Say bye-bye, dear. Bye-bye.
I'll give you ukulele lessons Monday mornings if you're free. We can go to wherever we like. There's so much out there to see.